Okay, so let's get ready. Oh, I see someone is here already waiting. Danielle Marie, you are welcome. You are welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Let's see. We're gonna check our sound to make sure our sound is okay. All right, so let's put this head down a little bit. Okay. All right, so our sound is good. The sound is good. All right, so welcome. Thank you very much for jumping in. Marie, thank you so much. Trying to just set this. I feel like it's kind of, how should I adjust my chair? Like I'm more to the side. Anyway, so we're here to discuss some more about Murad Merali. At this point, I don't even think I need to do, let me pull up the sun because this gist alone is hot. So, ah, oh my goodness. I can say that the gist is actually hotter than the weather. Sorry, sometimes we have to adjust ourselves on camera. Okay, so let me quickly share this before we dive right in. So like I said, I don't know if I should be introducing Murad Merali at this point. Okay, let me share this live stream. So so I'm surprised not many others. I'm going to read from here because it's so on the screen. It disappears so fast. So let me see. Okay, so I apologize for that. My network, I had to quickly switch. I think the one I was in stopped, so I had to switch. So let me double check my sound one more time. Okay, so yeah. All right, it's good. So yeah, responding to your what you just said, that not so many content creators are talking about this Murad stuff. For one, I think a lot of people are kind of fired up, like upset, like really upset, the disappointment. Like a lot of people didn't expect this from Murad. And one of the reasons why I'm even back talking about this is because if you noticed, even his Love Island friends, he has a lot of Love Island friends. Sorry, sometimes we have to adjust ourselves on camera. It's part of the deal. Okay, so even his Love Island friends, not many of them has actually spoken up. Not, a lot of people at this point are mute. People are not saying a thing. Anyway, so today we're going to be discussing sponsors dropping him and what is happening to Murad Merali's YouTube channel and so on and so forth. Okay, and we're also going to dive in analyzing more of him saying all these tweets are not mine, but yet he's into role play. So we're just going to do a little bit of reading about what role play is about. I think role play is also, they're all into this BDSM thing, stuff. So yes, it's just same thing. Okay, so I feel like it's no excuse. Okay, it's no excuse, and a lot of people also agree that Murad Merali's apology, it's not it. Like that's not enough, bro. Even people that knows him, I know I saw a content creator, I don't want to say his name. I think he was kind of light on it because he said he knows Murad Merali and he actually messaged him even before he started doing his video. So yes, to an extent, I agree with you, Marie, that a lot of people are not talking about it. I think probably because a lot of people had some kind of relationship with him. I'm not talking about his BDSM, his role play and Arab Bigfoot thing, but I mean, kind of YouTube, content creators, people that have similar kind of numbers. You have like the big YouTubers and they kind of roll together. And Murad was getting there, with 300,000 subscribers. As at then, of course, Murad was, you know, chilling with the big boys, you know. Murad was kind of, you want to bam bam, you want to chill with the big boys. So Murad was kind of getting up there also before this whole thing just came, you know. This was like a huge slap on his face, like he wasn't expecting it from what I see. But anyways, we're going to dive right into brands, dropping him, and then we'll slowly get into breaking it down. Okay, she said, Danielle Marie said, I was following his channel for a couple of years. I was shocked when I saw his apology video had no context before watching it. Oh, a lot of people just didn't think that that apology video was enough. And yes, he threw a lot of tantrum. And some people also pointed out that he cried, but no tears was seen dripping from his face. And I think he should have thought more about it before coming out. Yes, sometimes when certain things happen, you have to address them immediately. But I think this particular one was actually one that he should have just come out to say, I'm going to address this. You know, just put out a short video assuring his fans, his people that love him, the Love Island people, you know, the Love Island viewers, people love his review and all that. And he has a whole lot of them. So that's why people talking about the video, you cannot talk about Murad Merali without talking about his Love Island fans. So I feel like he should have just dropped a short video, even if it's 5 minutes, 4 minutes, saying he's going to address the whole situation, but then chill back, take his time, take a deep breath, and then prepare himself. If he will have to write out a script or whatever, and then come out and address his fans and making sure that he doesn't throw tantrum, so on and so forth. But before we get into all of those dissecting, it's already 7 minutes in, I will just go in and let's talk about the sponsors and all of that. So let me go to where I have that. Okay, so we go out to where's that particular message? Pull it up, pull it up, pull it up. Let's go. And one thing, you know, if you know that your plate is not that clean, or you do something similar to what he does, then you cannot also analyze. So yes, Marie, don't be surprised. All right, so this one is coming from Frontline Therapist. This is what they post to their official Instagram page. So Frontline Therapist said, my company, Frontline Therapist, has recently been promoted by Mr. Murad Merali on his YouTube channel and his social media platforms. This was part of a paid promotional campaign to build our brand. Hence, our dealings were purely business related. Everybody has to state it, okay? It was purely, right? She said pure. I'm saying she. I don't know if it's a she. Okay, they ran it up with Esther, so it's a she, yeah. So she clearly stated that it was clear, you know, it was purely business, okay? She doesn't want to associate with Arab Bigfoot boy, okay? Arab, how did he even call himself? Arab, I'll keep saying this, okay? So, sorry, all you Arab people, sorry, but it's him that gave himself that name, okay? Not me, so yes. Arab master boy, right? Okay, so everybody wants to clearly state that it is purely business they had with Murad Merali, so nobody would think that Murad has been sticking his foot in their mouth, you know, and calling them out of their names. So she said, so he said, this was part of a paid promotional campaign to build our brand. Hence, our dealings were purely business related. As the founder of Frontline Therapist, I take full responsibility for the promotion. Allegations have recently come to light about Mr. Murad Merali, past conduct and behaviors. I was totally unaware of this, and I personally find the allegations disturbing. I don't know who will not find these allegations disturbing, actually. Okay, so let's keep reading it. As the director of Frontline Therapist, I and the company do not, okay, this is actually in capital letters, said I and the company do not endorse Mr. Murad Merali's conduct and behavior. And he also went for that to say, Frontline Therapist will have not have engaged in any business dealings with Mr. Murad Merali if we had known about this beforehand. Hence, we are in the process of seeing if we have to get the content, get the content we created with Mr. Murad Merali removed. Frontline therapists will not be working with Mr. Murad Merali in the future. Thank you to everyone who reached out to support me in this. Esther, founder of Frontline Therapist. So this is coming from Esther. And she clearly stated that she never knew. Of course, nobody knew. I don't even think anybody is going to blame of the any of the people that worked with or were working with. And I think from now on, people that are going to work with him might be the people that might get some kind of backlash, okay? Because people are like, now you know about him, why are you working with? But it still has to do with individual needs to make their decisions and so on and so forth. But anyways, a lot of the people that he has worked with, I'm reading your comments, Marie, and I'm laughing. A lot of people that he has actually worked with are trying to, distance themselves and all of that. A video is also trending online where Mr. Murad Merali was, dancing on the table, celebrating his 300,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's a big deal. If you are a content creator, then gaining even one subscriber, you will be very appreciative. You will be so excited that one person saw your content, loved your content, or loved the way you deliver, and so on and so forth, and they decided to subscribe to your channel and always come back to watch, interact with you, and so on and so forth. So going from zero subscriber to 300,000 subscriber. Going from thank you. Yes, it is. Going from a zero subscriber to... Sorry, guys. I was trying to do this stream because my family was out, but they just came back. They're enjoying the summer in the beach and all of that. Anyway, sorry for that scream. All right, so going from zero to 300,000 subscriber is massive. It's a big deal. So I kind of understand how he was so, he was excited. People were taking photos of him. He was the man of the day. People were all there for him, rooting for him, and all of them. You could see balloons on the wall showing 300K on the wall. But right now, do you know where Murad Merali is? Like, Murad Merali's channel is going down so fast. Really, I didn't expect this. I was actually thinking, okay, when he will start posting videos, some persons might just decide to remove the notification on his channel and not wanting to watch, so they don't get notification and they won't be tempted to go watch his content. I really did not think that a whole lot of people will immediately, the news break out, they will jump to YouTube to go unsubscribe from him. As at now, he has 282K from 300K. That he's lost tons of subscribers at this point, and it is really ridiculous. This goes to show you how much, if you choose to be a content creator, you have to try your best to be in your best behavior. Don't feel like whatever I do, I can get away with it because I have the numbers. Because those people that subscribe to you, the way they loved you, they liked your personality, they liked the way you deliver if it's a review you're doing, if it's a reaction, the way you say things or whatever, they connected with you on that level. Don't think that they will not be able to change their minds and just turn. I hope every content creator learned from this that just happened to Murad Merali, because he's up there and the numbers keeps dropping. As I'm talking to you, the numbers are still going down. Okay, so we don't even know where he's going to end up at the end of the day. What number Murad Merali is going to have, we don't know. But another thing that is also on social media is a lot of people are saying Murad Merali has a lot of friends from Love Island and all of that, but it seemed like all of them just decided to be quiet. All of them decided to be silent concerning this whole situation. None of them has tweeted anything. None of them has actually made official posts saying what they think about this news that broke out, even though they know that he has actually accepted that he, even though he has actually accepted, it's okay now, wash your hair, it's okay, it's not a problem. Kids. Even though he has accepted that, okay, some of these things were his, but the tweeting is not. But one thing that I don't get is him talking about the screenshots and the captions are not his. But when you really go in deep doing research to know what race play is all about, you know that it is a shitty thing. Like it is the worst thing that anybody should be involved in. So the fact that he's even involved in race play, I think that even makes everything worse, because at this point it seems like Murad Merali does not even have he doesn't have an excuse. You get, he doesn't have an excuse. All the excuses he's giving doesn't make sense, like now I'm talking from his video that he did, because if you're talking about race play being something where you have to demean someone from another race, you have to talk bad about someone from another race, and so on and so forth. And another thing that people were quick to point out is people pointed out that although Murad took part in this, accepted he did all of this, but he was still very conscious not to do it to his fellow Arab people. He did it to some Asians, but they were not Arab, like they were not Arab people. He did it to whites, black, like Chinese, Japanese, Thailand, I don't know, those part of Asia, but he never did it to his fellow Arabians, so it seemed like he really knew what he was doing. So it's not even an excuse, because he called himself an Arab boy, Arab master boy. But then he was demeaning other race and other people, but his own very people he protected and never engaged. But or if he did, he never filmed them and put them out there. Some other people also pointing out that even though these people paid him or agreed, consented to do this whole race play and food fetish thing with him, did they also agree that he should post those videos on his social media to make money from them? Okay, I'm going to read comments in a bit now. So people are saying, did those people agree? Because it seemed like those people that were in these videos did not know, because you could see that some of them were wearing masks that you couldn't really fully recognize them, but some of them had their full face showing, and he had the camera pointed directly on their faces, and he posted that, and people had to pay subscription to watch those videos before the videos leaked, now that you can easily find them on Twitter and all of that, and people are sharing it also. So people are like, are these people also, these are victims also, if you look at it, because right now people that will recognize some of these people, they're going to drag them. It's going to be very bad for them also. But now, did they agree that he should do something like that? If he's coming out and saying, okay, this is what happened to me when I was 14, that's the reason why I developed food fetish and wanting and all of that. What about the people that you posted without taking their permission? Let's read some comments. Okay, Marie said, technology can be a pain. It is. It is. Danielle Marie said, I was following his channel for a couple of, okay, I read that one. Okay. Said Arab Master Boy, I think, Lemoy. Yes, it is. It's Arab Master Boy. That's what he calls himself. And Danielle also said, my battery is low. Danielle also said, I think I need therapy after seeing this Murad's video. A lot of people are going for therapy. A lot of people feel like he's out of his mind. He messed up. That mostly the Love Island fans. Those ones are really fuming. That said, race play is a messed up. Race play is messed up. It should not be an accepted kinky. I cannot understand this kinky. I don't know it is a thing before this. I think because of how messy this race play thing is, that's why they just really kept it on the low. And I believe people that partake in this nonsense are like, they're very discreet. I would say they are very discreet with what they do. And I believe even the people that consent to that other people should demean their race, talk down on their race, call them shitty names, all in the name of sexual gratification. I feel like maybe they signed some kind of contract, but because this Murad Merali, aka Arab Arab Master Boy, is new in the game, he didn't know much, so he filmed these people, and because and he clearly stated in those videos, you remember that he wanted to make money, so he will not go back to where he was, where all those shitty things happened to him, right? So if that's the case, so Murad was actually in the space of his mind where he was thinking about money, 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 money. So he wasn't even thinking about the repercussion. He wasn't even thinking that somebody that will pay money to subscribe to that his I don't know if it was it Patreon, was it what? I don't know what site but it was a site where you have to pay for subscription. So it really did not occur to him that one of those people can actually bring the whole thing out to the public. Okay, I think that's one thing that escaped. I think that's one thing that escaped his mind. How are you going to know? Marie said, isn't his family wealthy? I don't know, but even if they're wealthy and the way he's saying, if he said this whole if he's saying this whole ROAPE thing happened to him when he was 14 years old, then I guess maybe he doesn't want to go home, or he doesn't really want to associate so much with his family because he felt like maybe they didn't protect him, even though maybe he didn't tell them, they didn't know. He didn't say, was it this thing that was done to him, was it done by a family member? Was it done by a family friend? Was it done by a neighbor? Whatever. He didn't say. And he kept saying, why can't you do this to a child? But and nobody did anything. Nobody did anything. Nobody's going to do something if you don't tell. If something happens to you and you don't tell, how are your guardians, your parents, whoever is responsible for you, supposed to know that something happened to you and they are supposed to protect you, or they're supposed to call the police and report it and then let the law take its full course? So that's why I believe a lot of people felt like you're just blabbing because you're blaming everybody in this whole situation but yourself, and you're not saying, did you point it out to your family and they decided not to do anything? If that's the case, then of course people are going to understand that, okay, maybe you have a bad family. But a lot of things he didn't say. He just looked for a way to blame everybody. Nobody did anything after that stuff happened to him when he was 14 years old, and then it happened again in the mosque, and then nobody did anything, and then and all of that. He said he wanted to get the certificate, thinking that psychology and all of that is going to help him. The certificate is going to help him get those shitty stuff out of his head. And the stupid certificate, according to him, the stupid certificate, it didn't work, and people keep telling him that he's daily inconsistent. That's something you said it to yourself. Okay, let's say his fans were saying it to him on his channel, and then he picked it up, because YouTubers do that also. Certain things that their followers say to them, if they like it, they pick it up and they start putting it in the videos and all of that. So let's say that he's, of which he was daily inconsistent, because Murad Merali could post up to 4 videos in a day, depending on the stories, how the stories are breaking out. And if there are stories that he's interested in and he sees that he's driving traffic a lot, he will keep reporting and keeping his people updated. Sometimes you see Murad at 2 a.m., Murad is dropping a video, no matter how short it is, So he was daily inconsistent. I guess that's why people were saying he was daily inconsistent. But he also blamed that everybody was saying I'm daily inconsistent, not because I wanted to be daily inconsistent. It's because I was just trying to get away from all these things. But you weren't necessarily getting away from anything. You were still doing your daily inconsistent, and you were still inserting your foot in people's mouth and still calling them out of their names. So I think if you kind of look at everything he said in and I don't even know why people keep referring to that video as an apology video. That's not an apology video. That's a video where he's explaining himself. He's not apologizing for what he did, and he doesn't look like someone that will stop doing this. Okay, he's just going to be more discreet. He's going to be more careful. He's going to be careful of the kind of clients that he takes from now onward. He might have to change his account on that app. I don't know which the name of I don't remember the name of the app now. He might go and change his account and post less. He might go and post, he might post less on this main page that has, they reported him on, that people got the video out. Then he might create a new one with a different name altogether and then started posting, because he knows that he has a lot of people that like this. And when you watch most of his tweets, he was busy calling out people. This one has food fetish. He was calling someone out that has this fetish on black people and all of that. So many tweets now that even on Google, when you Google his name, most of the tweets are popping up. Then if you go straight to Twitter, you find most of the tweets where Murad Merali was calling people out. But now that they called you out on your own damn shit, now you cannot even own it and say, okay, yes, this is me. This is what I like doing and all of that. It is fine, because at the end of the day, I feel like he might lose a lot of subscribers, but he will also gain subscribers over time, even though they will be the type that might not want to comment because they wouldn't want the world to know that they are people that love this race play, BDSM, bondage thing, and all this nonsense that people engage in, that they feel like that's the only way they can get sexual gratification, which is sick, and I think they need mental check. So, but do whatever you want to do as far as you're not hurting someone else. Because even right now, people are not upset that Murad Merali is engaged in all this stuff, but just don't demean people. That's where a whole lot of people are saying. Another thing is people were like, they were shocked that ITV News also picked it up. I checked their YouTube channel. It's not on their YouTube channel, but I think they said it's on their TikTok account. They also reported a bit about Murad Merali. And some people were like, what? We know that YouTubers are famous to an extent, but we were not expecting ITV News. You know, it's a UK-based news stuff where they report on the news and everything and stuff like that. And they also hinted about him and so on. So my question here is, do y'all think that Murad is going to lose even more? Like he's going to drop from 200, because right now he's in 280 something K subscribers. Do y'all think Murad is going to lose? He's going to go down from 200K to at least 100 and something K, or even lower than that? That's one of my questions. So if you're watching the replay, comment below and let me know. And also, what do you think about his Love Island gang? Okay, he has this gang, he has this thing with Love Island people. He has a lot of friends in the Love Island. He does interview with even some of the people that have been on the show that were out because once and talk to them about race, about racism, about things like that. And he just generally talk about the show and all of that. Interview them. He does his podcast. He has those friends, but none of them are saying anything at this point. All of them are just silent. Everybody is silent. All Murad Merali's friends are silent. You all think that people, they're kind of feeling for him, that's why they are silent, or you think they are just so ashamed that they don't even want to come out to put any official statement, so people will not even know that they were friends, put a face, because some people really don't know. And Murad became even more popular, because a lot of people didn't know about Murad Merali, but now he's now even more popular. So do you think that his friends from Love Island should at least put out an official statement, like tweeting something, because this is really messy and something messy that happened to their friend? Do you think they should at least put out a statement? And on the other hand, some persons were reporting that they said there's a case of someone in the UK that was threatening to, jump off from one of the bridges or something like that. People were saying they hope it's not Murad Merali. One thing people don't understand is Murad on those videos looked like he really enjoyed this race play and this foot fetish thing he has and the BDSM thing. He loves it so much that Murad is not going to do anything shitty. Murad is just going to go on the low, remain on the low for a long time. He's going to well, we don't know if it's going to be a long time, but for a while, let's put it that way. He's going to be on the low for a while, and he's going to pop back up. Okay, so those whole thing he was doing is what they call initial gra that he was doing on his channel in that 7-minute video, that he was blaming his certificate, blaming what happened to him, which is okay. It's okay to blame what happened to him when he was 14 years, which is very terrible. Nobody wish that on anybody, not even on your enemy should you wish such type of stuff. But he blamed everybody else, talking about that happened to him, but nobody did anything. For me, that's what I really picked on. You saying nobody did anything. Did you really tell people and they didn't do anything? After it happened to you, okay, if you didn't tell your family, did you go to the police to put an official statement? And then they came, because you said things were inserted, not only the deed that was inserted, but you said things were inserted, so at least you're going to have some injuries behind. So they're supposed to take you to the hospital for a check, and they're going to confirm that, yes, someone violated you, and then they'll pick up the case from there, okay? So did you report, and then the police didn't do anything, your family didn't do anything, all the people you told, nobody did anything. Did you report? I guess not. That's why nothing happened. But yet you still blamed everybody, even though they didn't know it. That simply means you're someone that never accepts or wants to take responsibility for something that it's actually, I'm not saying what happened to you is your fault, but you not telling people, because at least maybe that person or those persons that were doing those horrible stuff to you will be serving maybe nothing less than 20, 30 years in jail. I don't know, depending on the country. Different country, they have different laws, right? So at least they will be having a good number of years in jail and all of that. And from the part of the world where you come from, I think even such stuff, the punishment is even more severe than other parts. So that alone, you didn't speak, so people didn't know what to do. People didn't know if they needed to help you. And you thinking that your certificate will help you, that was something you decided by yourself. So the certificate didn't help you. What did you still speak to people that you have all these thoughts in your head and all of that, and see how you could get help, so you too, you don't go down that path? What happened to you? You started going down that same path, and I don't know why you felt it was okay in your videos to actually demean people. The act was not even worse because it seemed like it was consensual, because those guys were not bigger than you in size. They were bigger than you in size. So if it's, let's say, let's drag it out, they will be able to beat you and escape from the house. They were really willing to do those stuff. And even when you were demeaning them, they were responding, because I guess it was part of the stuff. So just own it, take responsibility, because you cannot be someone that loves a race play and then you say the caption, because the caption and everything goes hand in hand. When I was reading more about it, it was clear that it states there, if you Google it, the same thing you will see. It says that's what it is about. If it's a race play, that's what it's about, demeaning the other race, you know, the master and the slave, and the, you know, demeaning. So you decided you wanted to go into that. You will not tell me that you didn't read a little bit about it. You didn't do a bit of research. You are a university graduate, according to you, psychologist, is what you studied. So you will not tell me that you want to, you know, go into this lifestyle and you didn't bother yourself to even do a little bit of research to know how it's being done, what to say. If you didn't do research, how did you know what to say? How did you know how to say those things to those people? And how did you know that you have to make them respond and make them feel like they are less of a human? How do you know that you have to make them to worship your feet and stuck your foot in their mouth, you know, and all of that? So you would have done a little bit of research. I don't think it's just from what happened to you in 14, when you were 14. I don't think you learned everything from that particular person that was abusing you, or particular persons. You didn't state if it was one or two or more, because you said it happened and it happened again in the mosque. But I don't think all you know that you were able to make a lot of money from is from that trauma that you had. I would disagree with you totally. So your video really came off as somebody that is not willing to apologize. You're not sorry for what you did. And people are asking, is he a culture vulture? What else is he? Because he was really out there rooting for black women. Like, yes, yes, you know, if anybody says anything, Murad is one of the first to jump on his camera. And him being somebody, he's not married, doesn't have kids. So it's easy for him to just jump online and do his analysis and all of that. He's always there rooting. And I think he had a whole lot of them subscribe to his channel, thinking that, oh, this is a good support, this is someone that really kind of understands what racism and what all this kind of, you know, demeaning other people, feeling like other people are less, give me, feeling like other people are less of a human than you. Ella, go get your spoon, is on the table, go. Yes. So sorry, give me a second, let me. Okay, so at this point, do you all think that brands that he's working, like more brands are still going to drop him? Let me read comments. Okay. Daniel Marie said, isn't his family wealthy? I don't even know. I've not heard him talk about his family. Or maybe if he did, I missed that particular video. Daniel also said, I saw a post saying his family was all doctors and whatnot, and that they released some kind of press release. Oh, wow. He will be back. They always come back. They do. And from that his video, if he doesn't do a second video, that he would apologize, because he feels like what he said on the videos were not wrong, okay? Or he doesn't really understand that people are saying what you said on the video is what is making people surprised and upset and in shock and all of that. Not necessarily the act, not necessarily what you were doing, but what you were saying. So if we will get to understand that and he doesn't apologize, then it just goes to show the kind of person he is, okay? But then if you would do a second video, I think people might kind of have a little bit of sympathy, you know, because even at this point, a lot of people sympathize with him already. So I really do feel he's going to come back. But the question is he going to stop just because he was outed? For me, I don't think so, because the video he did doesn't look like somebody that has stopped, although he said these videos that are in the internet are from 5 to 6 years ago. Okay, they are not recent, but he didn't sound, the video, that 7 minutes video that he did recently, that is the last video on his channel, he did not sound like someone that was remorseful. Okay, so if you're not even remorseful and you don't see anything bad, you just only pointed out why you went down that lane, then of course it is obvious that this is something that you keep doing and you keep going. And I feel like now that he is even more famous, a lot of people are talking about him. Now now that he's going to become this Arab master boy. Okay, because get ready, Murad, because those oil masters in Dubai, they're going to be waiting for you. After this whole thing dies down, I guess your next place you're going to be going is Dubai. I remember you've been to Dubai before. Who knows if this is what took you to Dubai then. So I guess you're going to be going more to Dubai to carry out this type of act, because that's like the center of the world where this type of weird stuff happens, you know, the pooing on people's faces and, and name it. Let me not say too much on YouTube. But at this point, Marie said he sounded angry. He got caught. Exactly. That's spot on. Spot on. He really did sounded like someone that was upset that he got caught, not someone that felt bad because he knew what he was doing was wrong. He didn't see anything wrong in what he was doing. That's why he did not address that in heads on. He went from left, from right. He never went from the center. He didn't want to just address exactly what people were saying to him, because he's not going to tell me that he didn't read all those tweets. And you could see a whole lot of people were saying, why were you this person that was actually sticking out for black women, black people, Asians, and all of that? But at the same time, in your video, the people you were sticking your leg in their mouth, you had the black there, Asian, and white. And these white people were the people you were speaking against, saying that, oh, this whole racism, they feel they're better than everyone. But then you were saying people should worship your feet. What else does that, what else is that? And talking all about, yes, you like me sticking this, my Arab foot in your mouth. Like, really, I didn't know that the Arab foot is different. Like, the Arab people have different foot from the rest of the world. You know, so the whole thing is just ridiculous. He didn't just like it that he was outed. And I guess he must have offended this person. I wonder who this person is that brought out these videos. Because if this person didn't bring out these videos, nobody would have suspected. Everybody just thought maybe Murad Merali was a gay, and everybody was okay with that, okay? Be a gay, do your thing, it's fine. But nobody expected that it was this deep, you know? If somebody would have said it without proof, you know, without evidence, without receipts, a lot of people would have fought on Murad Merali's side. A lot of people would have defended Murad Merali. In fact, people would have even fought on behalf of Murad Merali that he won't be able to do something like this, because you see how he's sticking up and he's so quick in calling out people. You there, so immediately somebody just says something, he is out there bashing and bashing and bashing, and it's just strange. Anyways, if Murad posts anything else, we're going to come up and talk about it. I wanted to just come in here and talk to you people about the brands that has dropped him. If we see more drop, you know, and the numbers that is going down and all of that. Okay. So, all right, let me read the comments. I must have been one of his old clients, in my opinion. I have all that from years ago. Oh, really? It's possible. It's possible. That's very possible. That's very, very possible. I don't know when I started following him or online. I don't know. Maybe 2 years ago. Maybe 2 years ago, I started following Murad on YouTube. So I'm not too old on his. So and I didn't go back to watch his old videos. So I must have missed that one actually. So yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Danielle Marie, for staying with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this is what we have. As more stuffs are coming out on Murad, we're going to keep analyzing because Murad is someone, like I said in the other video also, Murad is someone that when the news drop about a celebrity or about anybody, whether you're a celebrity or not a celebrity, if you say something, he will analyze it, and as they keep breaking up, as you keep talking, he too, he will keep talking. So his own story is out here. We're going to talk about it. We're going to dissect it. We're going to see where this is going to go. If the Love Island people come out, I checked Twitter, I didn't see anything yet. I don't know their names, so I'm not necessarily following those that are close to him. But at least if any of them tweet anything, I know people will retweet and was like, is this person whatever. So if his friends on Love Island says anything, we're going to come back and dissect it. Have a great rest of the weekend. Thanks for talking about it. Thank you so much, Danielle Marie. We have to talk about it. That's the reason why we're on YouTube. It breaks out, we're going to talk about it. We're not going to go into people's personal life, but once it's out on the internet and we're sure that it's a true story, of course, we're going to run with it. If we're not 100% sure, then we're always going to say it's alleged. But Murad's case is not alleged because even him said, I was the one on those videos. The only thing he denied was the caption. So yes, as more news comes out about Murad Merali, we're going to keep discussing. We don't know if it's going to come out with a second video because a whole lot of people has actually condemned this. Even some big YouTubers that are close to him, they've said it, that they've messaged him and told him that this is not it, bro, like, this is not it. What you did in this video is not it. Like, it's not an apology. It's nothing. You just only talked about what happened to you, of which we all feel sorry for you about that happened, but you didn't address nothing. So let's see how this goes. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you all. If I have time, I'll come on in with more stories about other stuff that are going on, because a whole lot is going on in the world. Okay, and we have to talk about them. So thank you so very much. Thank you so very much, Marie. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And this is me signing out. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. You enjoy your weekend also. Okay.